Did you know that the LS Motors firing order starts with 187? That's because it murders the competition. You heard it here first on Chemical Spore. That's proud Mustang ownership right there. Come to visit and take out my driveway with that parking. Some odd videos ago, I cleaned off the corrosion that I had built up on the terminals of the battery. Then, Lord behold, 5 days later, I get a call from my sister saying, I'm stuck on the side of the road. I'm like, oh, Ford, found on roadside dead. So I bought a new battery and some new terminals, went ahead and replaced it, thinking that was the problem. But guess what? It still shuts off on her while she's driving. So I actually, for what I'm gonna do for now is I'm just gonna put some terminal protectant on here. But I'm going to change the Evap Purge solenoid as well. So there it is. This is a Duralast PB637. Audubon Dan. He's a subscriber. I'm a subscriber to him. He's got his own channel. Pretty cool dude. He's going to have his choice words about that part right there. Okay, if you're working on one of these Mustangs GT, I'm not sure the full years, maybe from 2012, maybe 2011 to 2020 perhaps. The ODB port is going to be on the left hand side under the dash. So I'm going to start this car up. Well, not start it up, but I'm just going to go ahead and hit that push start button. See if I can diagnose, see if there's any hidden codes within this computer. Hopefully it doesn't make me select what vehicle this is. Nice. See if there's any hidden codes in there. Vehicle has no fault codes, so it's just odd that it keeps shutting off. Yeah, I'd like to take the data stream, but I don't want to start the car before switching out that part. Anyway, let's get to it. To get this going, I'm going to have to remove this 5.0 beauty cover right here. And I really can't do that with the strut bar in the way. I believe that's going to be a 13 millimeter to remove that. So you just undo one side of the strut bar. You'll be able to lift it up just enough to be able to slide this completely out. Start with the 15 millimeter nut that's actually holding down this strut bar. Go ahead and just gonna take that, put it on the cowl, and keep it out of the way. There's two nuts holding this down. Okay, made that easy. In front of the motor is where that Evap Purge solenoid sits. I'm gonna find out what size those are. So we're gonna just pop this harness off, see if I can do it by hand without a screwdriver. Very, very, very simple. I'm thinking those two nuts that hold down that Purge solenoid, or those two bolts, probably a 5/16, but I'm gonna see if a 8 millimeter will do the job. And it does. Very cool. So you can use an 8 millimeter to take those out. Get that harness out the way. Let's go ahead and pry this up. And it has a hose fitting connecting there. So just go ahead and separate that down and out. And then should be able to pop this up. This thing's a little greedy here. Let's see what that other side looks like. It looks the same on both sides. So this green tab should be able to slide out on both sides to be able to release. Get myself a screwdriver. Go with a pick here. Try to get in that little area here. Pull this thing forward. This thing is stingy, I'll tell you what. And that went sailing. Don't exactly want to stab myself here either. My Camaro was not this much of a pain in the ass. Yeah, that's stuck in there real good. So it looks like you're gonna have to work both ends, kind of squeeze the tabs in to be able to get the whole thing out, because when you get one side undone, the other doesn't want to protrude back out, and I don't want to break this whole tab here. Took a minute because of that green tab, but here it is. So the longer spout without the O-ring, so when you put in the new one, make sure it has the O-ring. The longer spout side is going to go back into this tubing, this hose. So you're just going to clamp it all the way down in there. You're going to take that green ring, go ahead. There's only one way it goes in, so that's pretty easy to not mix it up. Same with this green clip here. Nothing's really ever easy with these Fords, are they? So we're going to go ahead and just line it back up. Go ahead, show you this. You see that hole right there? You got the 2 ports for the bolts. So you're just going to fit it right into that hole. So just get it down in there flush, re-thread the bolts. Drop the bolt down there so you can fish it out with this magnet tool. And then I dropped it even further. Great! This Mustang has one of those annoying beauty covers, so I can hear the bolt when I smack that. I can hear the bolt rattling around in there. So it looks like 4 7mm bolts I'm going to have to take out to be able to pull that beauty cover down, and I hope the bolt's going to drop after that. Alright, I unbolted that beauty cover, pulled it forward, and the bolt fell right out. Fantastic. So just get it snug. It does have some rubber grommets on there, keep it on there pretty tight. Don't go down too hard. Let's get that beauty cover on there. Slide right on through. Things are always a pain. Unless it's an LS, then those are easy. Okay. So that's in place. Grab these 2 15mm nuts there. And that's that. Only thing to do now is take it for a test run. I don't really care for Mustangs, but I'll drive anything with wheels. Alright, let's get her started up. Yeah, she sounds nice. This car's shift pattern is a little bit different than mine. With my T56, reverse is up and to the right, just on the other side of 6th gear. On this car, it's up and to the left, just on the other side of 1st gear. Oh yeah, this car is peppy. Ford did a really good job with these Coyote motors. I can't hate on them. The only problem is they're a little too big. They're a lot bigger than an LS motor. Of course, LS motors they're small for what they are. You can stick them in practically anything these days. Honda S2000s, stuff like that. Just running this car, make sure like no check engine lights or anything. Hope it doesn't stall while I'm driving it. I really don't want to have to sit on the side of the road until the car decides it wants to fix itself. Yeah, this car sounds nice. Can't really call it. I've been driving the car for probably about 3 minutes now. So far no issues. This clutch is a little stiff though. I don't get it. Because like it wear out your kneecap. And the thing is, I kind of don't like this clutch. Kid just about walked into me. Get off your headphones, pay attention to the street. The thing about this clutch is, I think it feels like the car doesn't want to move. The clutch doesn't engage until the pedal is about like 3/4 of the way up, which is a little too high. I feel like you put like a block of wood underneath that pedal to where it goes down just enough to where the clutch actually clears from the transmission, or the flywheel rather. Nice car though. This car would sound really good with an open cutout. It's got Flowmasters on it as it is. Psst, pedestrians, they don't even stop. Come to a complete stop before you turn. Well, that concludes this video. Hope it was helpful to anybody out there with a GT Mustang. Anything with a Coyote, I believe, the 5.0. Probably pretty much all the same layout. I think between 2011, I'm not sure when a GT Mustang started getting the 5.0s. But pretty much any year with the Coyote Mustang, you'll be able to do this procedure on no problem. So I hope that helped you out. Hope you enjoyed the video. And this is Chemical Sport, out. Also, I picked up a tool bag combo. It's got a 13 and an 18-inch tool bag. Got it at Sears. And right now it's running on special for $10.98. How can you beat that? That is fantastic. Just pulled the old solenoid apart. Was a little rusty, as you can see. Not saying that's a problem, but never count out all possibilities.